Nick and Matt Show.
Earlier on in the show, it's called Judge That Disc Golfer. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here as a video, and then I'll explain the rules to you as we go. So here we go.
Judge That Disc Golfer, the game show where you judge a disc golfer you've never met.
Hey man, what's your name?
Quinn.
All right, Quinn. So you're on the Nick and Matt show. We've got my co-host here, Nick, listening, and this week we have on Matt Krueger, one of the owners, or I'm probably listing him wrong there, but the inventor and programmer behind UDisc. So he's on here today. They're going to play this game called Judge That Disc Golfer. All right. And so we're going to ask you some questions. We're going to see if they can figure it out. Okay. So first question is just in general, how long have you been playing disc golf?
I played like 5 years ago and then kind of stopped for a couple years and just picked it back up like 4 months ago.
Okay. So you've been playing again recently for about the past 4 months.
3 months.
3 months.
Not February.
3 months. So is this in relation to COVID-19?
100%.
100%. Okay.
100%.
Awesome. Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
Can I ask, do you have a PDGA rating?
PDJ rating. I do not have a PDJ rating.
Okay. So I was just trying to give them a little bit of insight into who you are and how they might guess. Okay. So here we go. Question. Okay, hold on a second. Before we get to that first question, I just realized, Nick, this is totally not fair going up against Matt. He said it takes him 5 seconds to figure out stats on a player. So
I'm not going to do it. Don't worry.
If Quinn,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So like how far he throws, like you can be like, hey, he used our distance app and here's what he, no, that's incredible.
That's actually so funny.
Okay. So I'm just joking. I just thought that was really cool. So, all right, here we go. Back to the first question and then we'll pull you guys back up. Number one for the game. How far can you throw a disc?
How far can I throw a disc? I would say...
Okay, so we asked him, how far can he throw a disc? Based off of all you've seen in that first 30-second intro, we're going to start with Nick. You understand the rules more or less. The way I'll explain it to you, Matt, is the closest is the winner. Because unless you hit it on the head, you obviously win. But the closest. And,
so it's not Price is Right rules?
Not Price is Right rules.
Okay.
Or else we'd all be doing very bad in this game show.
$1.
Okay. So Quinn said, we said, how far did you throw? So Nick, what is he going to say based off of what you know about here? And I can actually pull it up so you can still see him there. So
Yeah.
We're judging him right now.
Yeah,
We're judging him hard.
I feel
how
so bad
far,
saying it like that. Yeah, we're not judging
How
you.
far do you think he can throw a disc?
I'm going to say 300 feet.
300 feet is what he is going to answer. Okay, so 300 feet. Now, the only thing we ask, Matt, and we're not going to tell you what to do, but we ask that you don't do like 301, like Price is Right style. We ask that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's really what you were going to say, then say it. But okay, what's your answer, Matt? What do you think he's going to say?
My gut feel was 350.
Okay. So that's pretty close to what we've been guessing for most players because
He's been checking the stats.
he's been checking the stats. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see what he answers.
My distance driver, I could throw about 150.
Okay, 100.
Huh.
Wow.
Oh, man.
We're
Well, I
laughing.
guess
Hey,
you went next.
Not gonna lie. So every single week we've gone over just about every single week with how far these players can throw. But oh my gosh, they're the most honest people that I've ever watched. Because like the
Yes.
first week people were like, oh, I can throw like 225 or like 275 when normally I go out and talk to people and they're like, yeah, dude, I throw 360s, 585 feet. Check it out. It was awesome.
Well,
I'm like, all
it's
right.
It's a really interesting social experiment
It
because
is.
in my mind, I was going straight to the whole internet distance thing, and I was thinking he was
Yes.
going to say like 400 or 450 or
Yeah.
something, but he
Yes.
actually was super honest because you were in person.
Yeah.
It's incredible. This is a great topic because we've experienced this 3 weeks in a row now
Yeah.
where we're all guessing like this is what he's going to say and they're very honest. So we found also that people are basing it off of the length of a hole. Like that's how they're determining. Because I've asked them. I said, "How do you know?" All right, so let's continue on here. We're going to ask him question number. Oh, by the way, that point goes to Nick. Okay, so here we go. Question
Very
number
bad, but
250 feet.
Yes.
All right, awesome. What is your favorite hole? You just played Maple Hill. Can I ask what layout you played?
We did red, white, blues.
Okay, so Old Glory.
Yep, we did.
Okay, so what is your favorite hole that you played today?
My favorite hole,
Okay, so
This is where I have the advantage. I don't know how much you know Maple Hill.
I've played Maple Hill like 4 times, and I've been there. I've only been there like 2 separate trips, but yeah.
So the Old Glory layout, the red, white, and blue. So you start on hole 1 red, 2 white, 3 blue, and you do that repeating throughout the whole course.
I actually played League one time where we did Old Glory.
Nice. I love the Old Glory layout. I actually think it's wicked fun. It's got a ton of deuce opportunities, and then there's a couple holes that are longer. It's a really, really fun one. If you guys are ever there, try out Old Glory layout.
Okay, so cool. I don't want to forget our live viewers right now, too. They're all responding. A lot of hole 8s are coming in, some hole 1s. If you're watching live, would you just give a comment here? We're going to let Matt guess first. Now, we don't expect you to get like red, white, or blue or gold correct, just the hole numbers. And again, closest to the hole, not based off vicinity. We've had that argument before. It's actually closest to the number, okay? So what are you going to guess, Matt?
Well, so I might need a little help because I did play Old Glory once, and I remember. So you know the hole that Paul Macbeth threw in, like the big downhill.
Yes, that's 13 downhill. 13.
That's what I thought. So, but on Old Glory, it's still 13.
Yep.
I know it's a different pin position. That's the one I was going to pick because I remember that was the most fun one in my mind.
Yeah.
But I'm a lefty, so maybe I have a different view of everything.
Right, because hole 8 white, 9 blue.
No, that's actually not the same hole.
No.
It's the same tee pad location in a way. It's at the top of the hill, but it plays to a shorter basket. It's a shorter basket off to the right, not down in the hole, not down in the pipe. So, do you want to stick with? Do you want to stick with that hole? So that would actually be 11 red.
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay,
11 red. All right. I think I've said this 2 weeks in a row now, or maybe I said it last week. But I think in the Old Glory, hole 8 goes over the water for the white position, which is a super awesome hole. I think it's a little less than 300 feet to get across. So I'm going to go with hole 8, whites.
Okay, so let's see here.
Oh, never mind. He only throws 150 feet. He's honest. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, you know, I said my answer. No, I said my answer. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Let's continue on here and see what he says.
So it's the one kind of right by the water. I think it's 11. It's like right by the stone wall, and then the field's to the right. I think that's 11. It's right before you go across the lake. That might be 10.
Okay, so downhill. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you whether or not he knows what hole he's talking about, that's the funny part. But whether or not he's at 11, and so that point goes to Matt. Yeah. So awesome job there. Yeah. Not even local.
Subtract points from Nick for being off by 5.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, we'll have to consider this for future games. Maybe you get bonus points for getting it exactly right. I think that's the first time that someone's got it exactly right. That's UDisc for you. Okay, so let's continue on. Let me see here. I'm going to pull it up full screen so people can enjoy it better. So question number 3. Here we go. This is a good one. Who is your favorite pro disc golfer?
Oh, man.
Okay, so who is your favorite pro disc golfer? Does UDisc have a profile option? You think I would know that as a player? Like where I can create like a profile, like here's my favorite disc and players? Or is it just like discs?
No, there's nothing to like say who you like. Yes, not yet.
Okay, we're just making sure. You said you wouldn't cheat. No, okay. So
my hands are up in the air.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing around. So is it Nick first?
I think it's my guess.
Okay, so Nick's guessing. Who is he going to answer as his favorite pro disc golfer?
It's so hard because every week I just want to say Simon because he's so lovable, especially up here in New England. But I'm going to go with something different this week. We're going to say he looks like a Drew Gibson fan.
Drew Gibson. Now you're just drawing names out of a hat.
Exactly.
Okay, so Drew Gibson. All right, so Matt, what are you thinking?
Well, so this game is called Judge That Disc Golfer, and judging on his body language and the fact that he didn't quite say PDGA or understand what that was, I'm going to guess that he says he doesn't know any pro disc golfers.
That is
bold strategy.
Yeah, did this happen? What episode was that? We're only in episode 3. Was that the second week? It was with Hannah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So no professional or no favorite pro, and Nick said Drew Gibson. So let's go ahead and see what he answers here.
I don't know any by name.
All right. Okay.
Shamefully so.
No, it's not shameful. We're glad you're able to share that. I was waiting for this to happen, and I'm sure, or I hope we just stumped you, Nick. I hope Matt Krueger just got a point on you.
Wow.
So somehow
wow, this is prescient. What is going on
holy
here?
cow.
Wow, I just read the future. I said, I hope this is what happened. So that's 2 points. That's 2 points for Matt.
Yeah.
Do you have a point now?
I have one.
Okay, keep track of your points. I'm running the
2 to
show
1.
here. Okay. Here we go. 2-1. Matt's in the lead. Here we go. Question number 4. How many discs are in your bag? Do you carry?
Can I count?
You can count.
All right. We'll count real quick. I'll even show the bag off too.
Nice. I was hoping he would show the bag.
Okay, so you got a little view of the bag there. How many discs are in his bag? This is, again, closest, not without going over. So those of you who are watching live right now, go ahead and submit your answer. How many discs are in this disc golfer's bag? For those of you listening to the podcast, if we've provided this to you, it seems more like a traditional type backpack. Okay, so Matt's answering first. Let's see here. Matt, what do you think? What's he going to answer?
So I'm a very analytical person, and I think based on the size of that bag and the fact that he didn't know the number, it's probably like 7.
I literally was going to say 7.
This happens. This happens every week, Nick. Whatever you're going to say, somebody's going to say.
Hannah did the same thing. I think in 2
Simon.
different answers. Yeah, and Simon as well.
Every week.
Actually, a lot of the people commenting right now are going double digits, so I'm going to go with one of theirs. I'm going to say 11.
Okay.
11 discs.
So 7 was Matt.
7. I like 7 better, to be honest, but since you chose it, I'm just going to go.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see what he answers. Okay, so he's got an answer, and you now have an idea, unless he's hiding a sleeve of 20 discs in there somehow.
I do.
All right, how many discs did you get?
I only have 8 discs.
Ooh. 8 discs was the answer. Okay, moving on. Okay, so 8 discs. So that is another point. We need to pipe in crowd applause and whistling and all that for the future shows. But
oh, by the way, I've lost both weeks so far.
That's excellent.
Make it 3.
Yeah, it's got so now you're leading 3-1.
3-1.
I think there's enough questions left where he can tie it, but we'll see what happens here. The way you can fix that, and I thought about this the previous week, at this point, as long as Matt answers the same answer as you every single question from here on out, he wins.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't do that.
No, it's okay. So, but Nick's gonna Yeah, okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and continue on asking the final, I believe it's 2 questions. On to our next question. How many aces do you have? Hole-in-ones.
I have.
Okay. How many aces does Quinn have in his, he said he started 5 years ago, but he's only been playing the last 3 months again. I don't know how long his break was per se, but how many aces? This goes to Nick. So Nick, what do you think? How many aces does Quinn have?
2.
That was really quick. 2.
Yeah, he's got 2. I know it. I got faith in Quinn.
Okay, so what is the live board answering here? We're going to let them answer. It's probably about a 10-second delay. But Matt, what do you think? You haven't been wrong. Oh no, he was off once.
He was off on the first one. Yeah,
the first one.
We were both way off.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The distance.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think he's going to answer for aces? What do you think?
I mean, I don't want to be a jerk, but I'm going to go with 0.
Don't last 2 weeks. People have had 0 aces.
So
it's probably either 0 or some surprisingly high number.
I'm just hoping that he counts pyramids pinks. I'm hoping he counts those as aces. I know he's got 2 of them. I know it. But it's probably going to be 0.
Once again, Matt has access to stat information. Yeah. Now, I didn't ask him if he used UDisc, and I wished I had afterwards, but we didn't. So here we go. Let's see.
Well, I don't really know who he is, so I can't look it up anyway.
Quinn,
we just have first
names. We know first name. Okay,
Quinn.
Here we go. Let's see what he says.
0, but I do have 2 where I hit the post. Didn't hit the basket though. Doesn't count, but that's my only claim to fame right now.
All right.
Okay, so 0. Matt is our automatic winner at this
Yeah.
point, but we're gonna
I
do
owe you lunch now.
Nick.
Oh, right.
Nick is going to owe the whole disc golf world
Yeah.
lunch eventually. So just hold him to that when you see him. But okay, we're gonna continue on.
I'm wishing for the best in these people, and they're letting me down.
Oh, this was a great point that Kent on the chat board said. Unless there's a hole that's less than 150 feet. Did you think of that, Nick?
Oh, I was thinking of Pyramids Pinks, the
Okay.
pink course that's
Okay.
there.
All right.
So
All right, shout out to Pyramids Pinks over there at Marshall Street. Okay, we have, I think it's only one more question left. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. I might be wrong, there might be 2, but let's see here. We're gonna pull it up. Here we go. Man, all right. Were you keeping track of your score today?
My buddy was.
Okay, so we might need some verification from him.
All right.
How many birdies?
Oh, I know the answer to that one.
How many? Oh, that's your clue, Nick.
I just asked him.
That's
asked
your
him.
clue, Matt. That's a clue for you. He knows how many. So, all right. How many birdies did you score during this round?
I had. You have to fact check me.
You're
You'll
gonna have to fact check.
me. Nice.
Why is this so funny? I couldn't get the question out. Oh, I know that answer. So, but he said, but to be fair, like I know the answer, but he said clearly too at the same time. He's like, hey, I know because I just asked them in there at the pro shop.
Yeah.
So he had to follow up and ask a question for some reason. So what do you think? Matt, you answer first here.
I'm going to go with 3.
3 birdies. That's not a bad guess, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, that's not saying he ended 3
No,
down.
because you play reds, what, 6 times on that layout?
Probably.
6 different holes are reds,
Mhm.
and then a couple white ones, I guess, would be birdieable. Let's go with, you said 3. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay, so that's he's hoping that it's 4 or more, and you're hoping it's 3 or less. So, Matt's already our winner.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but
Matt
here we
already
go.
won,
Let's see
but-
what he said.
But I had 0
Oh,
on
God.
that.
Oh.
I had 0, right? Yeah, I had 0. No birdies.
0 birdies. Okay.
I love the honesty.
I've only got like 1 or 2 more.
Um,
Oh, I have more. I didn't realize this. There was technically the chance for Nick to still catch up, but not anymore because I think
Dude, I'm awful at this
there
game.
was apparently there was more to guess. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let's see what he says for these next questions. What is the craziest thing in all of your time playing disc golf? I know you came back recently. What is the craziest thing that you've ever seen happen, or that you've ever just seen on the disc golf course?
I personally seen.
And he asked like personally seen, and I follow up with like a nod. Okay, I say like yes, like you. What have you seen? So Nick, you go ahead and give the answer. So what have your answers been to date so far? The craziest things people have seen.
I think week number 1, I said someone saw a black bear. I think week number 2, I can't remember
Said
what I said.
snakes. You did.
Did I say snakes?
Yeah. So let's
Oh yeah,
keep
because
the
there's
animal
always
thing going.
yeah. I'm gonna keep the animal thing going. This dude saw a moose at Maple Hill. He saw a moose.
This is great. So we got a trend here. So someone's answering.
I wish we had
alligator.
alligators in Mass. That'd be sick.
Kent is saying hitting the pole and almost acing. So there's a whole bunch of ideas. The first week somebody answered like back-to-back aces was like what they thought, or ricochet aces, or like so. Nick says a moose on the course, or any course. We'll just say it's any course.
Water buffalo.
A moose. Okay, he's seen a moose while disc golfing. All right, Matt, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to use my detective skills and guess that it's somebody getting hit by a disc.
Ooh, interesting. So let's see what he says here. What's the craziest thing he's seen? All right.
I have seen people hit holes in ones, and they're absolutely crazy. They just
Okay.
dial that right in. It's an absolute dart.
Okay, so a hole in one. All right, awesome. So to him, and this is interesting detective skills too, right? Like to him, like that's a huge deal to see somebody ace, especially having none and throwing 150 feet. So, okay, so I think it seems like I have one more question. You think I'd remember how many, but here we go. I think it's the final question. And I think that's it. Okay. Thank you for joining us. You want to give any shout outs to anybody?
I'll give a shout out to my Spotify, Camp Sunshine. But thank you very much for having me on the show.
Okay, so that is judge that disc golfer. So we have our third ever winner who is not Nick,
Yeah.
named Matt Krueger. So congratulations to him. We're really happy for you.
That dude was super cool, Gwen. Super honest.
Yeah.
And all these people, I keep thinking they're going to be like these 450-foot power throwers, and they're just not.